Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul up here, and today, two things that I love: Lord of the Rings and the World Cup. This is a request from Whiplash, who says, "This is a fun voiceover of Lord of the Rings changed into a World Cup prediction. How accurate is it?" Now, that's pretty cool. This is from a channel called Charlie Hopkinson. Link is in the description if you want to watch it without my commentary, but come back to see my reaction to it. Let's go.
Strangers from distant lands, friends of all, you have been summoned here to answer the call to glory. Bring
Wow, that's
forth
good.
the cup, Harry.
Harry? Oh, Harry Kane?
Oh no, it is a gift. A gift to Ronaldo.
A gift to
Why not give
Ronaldo.
me the World Cup? I basically won it anyway. Long have my records for goals and assists in the Saudi Arabian League settled the GOAT debate.
The GOAT debate is not settled. It is impossible to compare eras. The World Cup answers to the GOAT alone. It has no other master.
And what?
Hey, things are going on. Oh man, don't add to the conspiracy theories. Hey,
The World Cup answers to the GOAT alone. It has no other master.
And what would you know of this matter?
This is no mere player.
that's
This is
messy.
Messi, son of Messi. You owe him your allegiance.
Messi. This is Maradona's heir.
Maradona's
Heir
heir.
to the throne of football.
Havoda, Haaland.
Haaland. That's accurate.
Football has no king. Football needs no king. Now you've changed your tune. You have only one choice. Your fellow countries must be destroyed. And what are we waiting for?
United States.
The World Cup cannot be won, United States, by brute athletic force alone. It must be won through a group stage, then round
Tell
of
that to
32,
Belgium.
and so on to the final. One of you must do this. Sorry. Why are there 48 teams? For the sport. Nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. Why are the tickets so expensive? Today, I feel poor. Does not.
I love how Gandalf is the voice of the fans. You're like, why are the tickets so expensive then? Like, why are there hydration breaks, ad breaks?
Why are the tickets so expensive? Today,
I never thought I would see the day that they would add mid rolls in the World Cup. Mid rolls in a football match. It changes the pace of the match completely, man. Whoever is winning slows down. It changes everything in the match. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane how much it affects the game, the experience. And the commentators calling it first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter is just, oh man. This has been the World Cup, the best World Cup I've watched, but it has its flaws.
I feel poor. Does not.
Actually, for me, it started dying down. It was the best World Cup. Now, the wholesome moments are gone because, most of the fans are gone. And it's just not as exciting as it was in the beginning. Just like, of course, for the fans who stayed, like Norway, they're excited about it. Belgium is excited about it. But Mexico is breaking stuff. Brazil is breaking stuff. Germany has moved on to other stuff. They're focused on their female football match now, which they're doing very well. The female football league, World Cup is going to be in Brazil 2027, I believe, and they're doing great. So yeah, they're focused on other stuff now.
Why are the tickets so expensive? Today, I feel poor. One does not simply get to a World Cup final. No, not you, remember. Not when Argentina get a penalty in every round. When the hosts and FIFA don't want you to win.
Wow.
The chances are about this slim. Oh, Portugal might have a chance if you sit on the bench. And you think you will survive? In the Texan heat, the very air you breathe is a poisonous fume. Not with 10,000 subs can a European team do this. It is folly.
Why is everyone ruling Norway?
I suppose you think you're the dark horse.
Why is everyone ruling Norway out? No, man, Norway is the dark horse. Norway is dangerous, and Norway is in the quarterfinals against England now. Portugal isn't. That's sad. But of course, Portugal versus Spain. Who would have thought that would have been a 1-0 game, a 1-goal game? I never would have thought that. But anyways, did you see Argentina? Dang, the last match was insane. Their comeback was insane. But they are being investigated by FBI. Breaking news from what I've seen. And in the last match, there were 23 referee mistakes, and all in favor for the Argentina side, which is insane. Dude, that's crazy to think. Now I don't know. I don't know if they're doing anything. I know that Argentina has a great game, great team, and Messi is breaking all records. But it's crazy how these things are playing out. The news that are coming out are insane. And I'm not even talking about it because I have no clue what's going on. It might be a coincidence. It might be a conspiracy. I'll let you guys decide. But the news that are coming out are crazy.
Team do this. It is folly.
Why is everyone ruling Norway?
I suppose you think you're the dark horse that'll win it. And if Messi cheats his way to another, what then? What will I do? I'll be dead before America and the best at something.
This prediction is crazy.
I'm not even looking forward to it. Price counting.
I've always been the best. I'm the best player of all time.
I will win it.
Wow, England.
Honestly. It's coming home.
It's coming home.
Hey, you can't have a World Cup without us.
We can.
We
They've
have
all
had
been invited to this World Cup, and you have not.
Hey,
3 times.
if England think they can win it, then why not us? And anyway, you need countries that don't wilt in the heat in this kind of tournament. Business. Scam.
Scam. Dang.
That counts you out, Scott.
It is settled then. It will be the World Cup
For the money.
World Cup for the money.
From distant lands.
Dude, this script, this dude, the voiceover, everything is so cool. And Whiplash asked, how accurate is it? So far, it's completely accurate, man. Crazy stuff, man. It's just absolutely insane to see how the World Cup has been very lucrative in everything that they're doing. The stadium is packed, and yet the tickets are so expensive. The opening ceremony was the most expensive of all time, and yet they under-delivered and underperformed. Like, literally, they didn't do anything else than just sing. I hear there's a Super Bowl style halftime show that's going to come in the final, which is going to add 30 minutes to the match on top of the ad breaks and the hydration breaks. And it's just absolutely crazy. 30 minutes more just for the halftime show, which would add 15 more minutes. So it's going to be a 3-hour match. It's just absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Dude. And on top of that, we also have the president of the United States not trying, he actually overturned a FIFA decision with a red card. It's crazy. A lot of crazy stuff happening. And now France wants to overturn a red card. United States can do it. Why can't we, right? Or a yellow card or something. It's just so many crazy things that are coming out. So many crazy things. And we also see stuff from Brazil coming out. Like, for example, Vini Jr. is the sponsor of the betting team or betting company. And right before they started broadcasting, they actually said the odds of Vini Jr. scoring are this, and that. So if Vini Jr. had scored, they would lose a lot of money on that bet. I saw a video on that and I was like, that's insane, because he had a penalty kick that he gave away to Bruno Guimarães. Now, I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm just saying it's very weird that you're allowed to have someone in the football in the team that could influence the result. So I believe that these guys shouldn't be sponsored by any betting team, because if they can purposely get a red card or a yellow card, that influences the game. It influences their decisions. Because if he had taken that penalty and if he had scored, he would have given his own company or his own sponsor a lot of debt. And I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm just saying that could weigh in on the decision of him giving Bruno a penalty. And I know Ancelotti said, "Oh, Bruno is better than Vini," but dude, Vini has been taking penalty kicks like for Real Madrid like so long. So I know these are memes, but I've heard that a joke has a foundation of truth. And it's just really, really strange. I don't know what's going on. I don't really care about what's going on. I just know that it's very odd and very peculiar, and it's just crazy. Don't trust blindly. I've talked to other people about this before as well. And I've been talking to everyone around me, and I'm like, this is so odd. How can this happen? How can they allow this to happen? I don't know. I just really don't know. I just wish that things were very clear and just very clear cut, because it's so crazy. And Brazil has that problem. It has been having that problem for a long time now. Even one of our star players, Paquetá, he had to leave the Premier League because he was investigated for betting. So I don't know. I feel like the World Cup has been amazing, but there are these things that make it, like these things that they're joking about in the memes, are making it just so weird, just so weird. So it's not flawless. It's still entertaining, but it's the ad breaks, man. The visa denials and everything has been so crazy. But let me know in the comments if you weigh them, the good and the bad, the pros and the cons. Where do we stand? Do you think it's better or worse? And also, we have 48 teams, so that changes things a lot in the history books. Now, because we have more rounds, we're going to have more goal scorers. So if you look into history, like, let me talk about Brazil because that's my team, right? Brazil, since 2002, since they won 2002, they have been able to win 4 matches in every World Cup. There was one that they won 5. They went to the semifinals, but in general, 4 matches, including this one. But they went to the quarterfinals, I think 3 times. And in this one, they still won 4 matches. And instead of going to the quarterfinals to show in the history books, now they're actually out in round of 16. No, round of 18. It's not 16 anymore, right? Or is it? I don't know. I just know that they still won 4 matches. They still won 4 matches. And that's a crazy thing to think, that because the rules have changed, now it's in the history books that Brazil left before the quarterfinals for the first time since 2002. But they still managed to win 4 matches. Well, not win 4 matches. You know what I'm saying. They tied against Morocco, 1 against Scotland, 1 against Haiti, and then 1 against Japan. So those are 4 matches played. But anyways, and because everything has been changing, the rules, a lot of statistics have been crazy. Like this World Cup might have the most goals scored by a single player. And because they have more matches. And not only because of that, we have weaker matches. Countries that weren't there before, weaker countries, are going up against elite countries like Argentina. If you look at their trajectory, they have played Algeria, and they played, like, Germany played Curacao. They got 7 goals out of that. So because we have weaker teams, there will be more goals. So that changes the whole history of World Cup. So when you compare the biggest goal scorers in the World Cup, it won't be a fair comparison because, there is a difference when you score 5 goals against Curacao or 7 goals against Curacao when you score like 1 or 2 goals against Spain. It's much more difficult. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about all of this, and we're gonna do more meme reviews, but these are thoughts that I've been having, like, watching the World Cup. I love the wholesome part of it. I love the fans, and I love the support. I love everybody who has been coming together. But things started getting a little bit dark towards the end of the World Cup, where money gets involved. Like, the ad breaks are getting crazier. Like, even here in the UK, they weren't showing ads, and now they're showing ads. Oh, no, but they're not cutting to commercial. Yeah, but they're still showing bets and QR codes, and they're still showing ads. And now we're going to have a Super Bowl halftime show, and it's just absolutely insane to think about it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we're going to watch more memes, have a laugh, and I hope you enjoy. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.